Okay, I didn't give you guys much time to let you know I was going on, but I am not only going on, I'm going on 5 minutes early. So maybe I don't know. I was going to play some music, but I want to try to get through my presentation. So this is part 2 of the Just Gone kids that talk about Summer Moon Wells' missing children, the children that are just gone, sacrifices, rituals, and like groups of teenagers like the Idaho 4 that just go missing, or we don't have any real information on them that helps bring these cases to a close. So this is, hi you all. This is part 2, and it is, man, let's see how long, 106 pages. I know it's late for some of us, and it's morning for others, but I can't go to sleep until I start this second half. Welcome on in to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And hi, Joanne. I wanted to start this photo to let you know that the Idaho 4 will be talked about come page 100. And the reason I am showing this to you is because I need you to pay attention. It's serious stuff that I believe it's very serious stuff that I am reviewing. And much of which I'm reviewing tonight is also found in the Idaho 4. It's also found in the Kylie Rodney case. You know, it's the Summer Moon Wells missing children, but I do have particular cases that I bring up because they fall within this same group of sacrificed humans, and I see this, hi Tracy, as something that they're doing for the resurrection, for this new world, that whoever is doing this, that's the reason for it. Hi, Kate. And these girls here, the Idaho 4, obviously 4 of them, 3 of them were girls, falls into the same category. What I'm showing you up front is that information is sealed within these videos, and it's placed strategically within these videos. Now, I work off of psychic ability, I work off of vision and listening to spirits and just how I see things to be true. So not everyone is going to see and understand what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. That's okay. Listen with an open mind. Listen without judgment, and try not to judge while you're listening, so you could keep that clear, your clear channels open to hear. You know, so like center yourself, and if you feel uncomfortable or you feel like you can't handle it, that's okay. Just change the channel and come on back another time. You're always welcome here. I'm showing, to the best of my ability, information that lies beneath what I call the deep fake, and I call what lies beneath it the truth. Now, I base the truth on what I already know to be true from what I believe to be true. And when there are pictures like this showing sacrifice and showing rooms in which these happen by the Idaho 4 and by whatever other groups that I show have this information. You see, if you look closely enough, hi, nothing but love. If you look closely enough, the people that have something to say do put information beneath the deep fake. And the Idaho 4 is one of them. This group, which I'm going to show actually starts at page 95, holds very important information that matches everything that I talk about here. Everything. Look at that. Jenny's got gifted a membership. 2 memberships gifted so far. Wow. Thank you, nothing but love. This is awesome. Thank you. Incredible. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Look at these photos that are on the outsides. The outsides, they're on the outside layers because the truth is beneath the deep fake. This is very urgent information because pictures like this match the fucking people that are doing this. You understand? Match the people. They match it. Just like this. These pictures match. So this is what I wanted to show you prior to starting what you see here. I left my last live. I ended it as part 1. This is part 2. What I did was I presented through the LeBron fam, even though it is not directly about them. So those who come on in understand that I use these channels to show pertinent information that holds the truth about what's happening in this cruel world. Sex trafficking, entertainment. They're taking these kids, they're brutalizing them. They're putting them through rituals. This Diddy shit is just the tip of the iceberg. It's the tip of the iceberg. The Diddy shit. I mean, it's not about him. It's about a much larger group. A very, very large group that understands these pictures, that understands what we're looking at, that understands that when you're looking at something like this, you're looking at the same information I have been showing since June 16th, 2021. Benny Keys helped me get this information clearly. It's not about Benny. What it's about is that Benny's channel in the beginning provided me with the truth. So when I see something like this, and I see those big ass thumbs and those big ass nails, I know to take a double look. I know that this is important. And it says, pay attention to me because this gives an opportunity to show what I see in my third eye, to tell you that this is what they show. These big ass red nails that I've been showing you. The sacrifices, the water, the beach. This is a sacrifice. You think that just showing Summer Moon Wells on a swing with her arms wide open, that we're just going to be like, yep, that's Summer on a swing. No, it's not Summer on a swing. It's Summer that has been sacrificed. This here is no different than this. They're the same thing, telling the same story. There is a brutal story beneath the truth. And the truth has always laid beneath Summer Moon Wells' videos shown by her parents. This information with the V on the white and her neck with the hearts, her mouth bloody with that thing in it, is everything that I show you every time I'm on live. I'm going to show it to you again. Whatever is hanging in Summer's mouth here, you guys, is the same as I show you with her here in the water. So what I'm trying to show you guys is I'm showing you repeated elements. Repeated elements that stay consistent and they stay repeated over and over and over within each of these stories. All of these stories that are told and held, and everyone is looking for these kids. Look. Oh, I'm so fucking excited, you guys. I've got the right group here. Well, hello, little trolls. Bring it on. Bring it, bring it. We're good. I'm good on here. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for the elements that lie within these videos. And it is really important to show them because here, right here, is the element of Summer Moon Wells' children. These are the number 5s that I'm going to keep showing you for the next probably hour. And Summer Moon Wells and these sacrifices that are going on and now being discussed on a level of celebrities, well, that's old news, no offense. That is old fucking news. Like, we have to wake up. The elements I'm showing you here have not changed. That heart on that shoulder hasn't changed. It's the same. When you look inside these videos when it's supposed to be the LeBron child, that is no longer the LeBron child. You are seeing the photo that's beneath the deep fake. This is a sacrifice it's like happening. This is a sacrifice that is happening to your left. There is no one here that could tell me that that's her little blonde-headed daughter. So sometimes we could get a photo that was placed beneath the deep fake and you see it loud and clear within their video. This is what's going on in our universe. This is what's going on, and this is what is being protected by the people above us. This is what is being protected, and it's trying very hard to be exposed, but it's not going to be fully exposed. There's no way. I don't see how that's possible. I think it's up to the people to figure out a way to consistently understand that they need to look for this. That this is right there. And these are photos beneath the deep fake that match exactly what I've been showing you from Summer Moon Wells. That match this. That is not the girl from LeBron family. And what you see to the left, you guys, is what they're showing in the pool. No, that's not. You want to know what those are? Letters. Those are codes. Those are letters. The person all the way to the right is brutalized. I see someone brutalized that looks just like Summer, and she has the letter A on her. Her eye is covered. I could tell you right now that this isn't the girl from the LeBron family. What she has on her eye, you guys, is everything that I've been showing you that is on the eyes of these victims. Hi, Colleen. Just like that. So when we go back and I show you this stuff and I show you this information, this is what I showed you in part 1. But it's the elements. It's these elements that show up over and over and over. They show up in Summer, in Michael, and Dylan Rounds, Harmony, the Watts, the Velos, Gabby Petito, Kylie. They don't change. They never have. So this is Summer Moon's video to the left. And to the right is one of these families' videos. So this is where I ended, and this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to dive right in, you guys, and tell you that I see the farms, the animals in the farms, as a very, very big part of what I'm talking about. There is something going on within these farms, because I see the children within these videos, and I really wish I didn't. I really wish I didn't. And I do. And I see this. And every time I open up one of these videos that I know is going to give me information, I hold my breath. You know, it's very scary is what it is. It's very scary to really sit back and listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you that every time, here's the heart on Summer. That's the same heart I just showed you. But they show these children. Some of us have been following this stuff for a long time, but most of us got the first feel of this during Summer Moon. And Summer Moon was my first introduction to this. And when I bring up certain channels, again, it's not about the channel. Donna! Welcome back, Donna. Where have you been? Yay! Hi, Donna. When I watch channels like this, it's not about them. The ballerina farm, it's not about her. I'm showing you information, you guys, that is nauseating and terrifying. Because what's beneath their video is very interesting to me. So I'm going to be using their channel to show you bits of information that match to the sacrifices that are going on. And I wish you well too, Donna, and the rituals that are going on with the children. With the children. When I see something like this in a video, right here, I see the fibers, I see the number 5, but mostly I see the fibers that I have been looking at for 3 years. You see, these fibers here, let me show you. Let me take down the saturation. These fibers coming out of the shirt, these are the fibers that I look for that hold those little hearts. So when I saw this, I took a closer look to see if I could get any other information that matches what I've been looking at with these children. Now again, it's not about the farmland. It's not about the families. It's about information that matches the story that I see to be true with all of these children that have been taken. I look to see how it matches the storyboard that I stick with. And these are all the summers. These are summers. This is how they show Summer all the time. So this story here will never shift. My story was told 3 years ago. When I tell you that they put these masks and shit on their heads, that's not going to change. This isn't going to change. So when I see it, in these pools with other families, I must show it. Because it's the story, and when I choose to show the story, it brings up justice. The beach, the water. This is information that you guys will learn from and watch in order to help bring justice, in order to bring particular information to the surface. This here I showed as part 1. This is all Summer at the Waterhole. Now, those who don't know, Summer at the Waterhole was one of her very first videos. One of the first videos right there next to her in the car next to the milk. Well, that was loaded information, because I continued with that information, and it would consistently match these little babies, these sacrifices, these videos. Why? Because they are taking children of all ages, putting them together as a sacrifice. The families that I follow show this when they all go for their ultrasounds. Their ultrasounds don't look like normal ultrasounds. Look closely to what they're showing. They're showing this. If anyone here has ever had an ultrasound and it showed their child on the machine that matches the machines that these children are placed on, you have a serious fucking problem. You look at these ultrasounds from these families and that's what they look like. Do you understand that that is the machinery? This is the machinery I am showing you every time I'm on live. Machinery doesn't change. The machinery stays consistent. To me, there's no difference between what they're showing you here and what I show you in these families' cars with their kids in car seats. And this is supposed to be back of a car. That, to me, is this. These are photos of quote-unquote ultrasounds. Ultrasound photos that are coming from these groups of people that are families on the YouTube channels showing the sacrifices, showing the equipment. Let me tell you guys something. We all know what this is. So I've never heard back from any channel who has owned the fact that this is under their videos. If they know it or not, if they don't know it's under their videos, they should do something about it. I'm showing you video slices of information that the authorities could grab and do something about it. Not one of these channels have been taken down, investigated, nothing. But yet, I do show information that matches the sacrifices that I'm showing. Each and every one of these ultrasounds match sacrifices that I've shown in videos. These babies are with other babies. These are sacrifices. I don't even really know how else to tell you that, but if you take one, let's take one and blow it up. Let's see here. All right, I know which. I see one I'm taking. The one in the middle here. Here we go. This looks like here. This is impossible. Robin's face. Donna. This is impossible. It's not an ultrasound. So these children are being videotaped. They're being sold. This is disgusting stuff that's not stopping. But yet, they continue to show it. And these are vloggers that vlog their channels. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. But they show their channel and they're doing this exact same thing. So what I'm telling you is, look at the fingers, look at what's around his head. Same elements. The eye, the left eye, the fingers on the head, and there's that white piece of equipment. There's the chin. This is the equipment. This here is a group. I think this is the family. Let me see. I think this is one that has like all the families, I think, together. I don't remember. And again, I went over this before. These are rooms that when I see all these new construction pieces and I see the buildings of these rooms and the construction, I see a layer that they're not showing us. I see a layer that's going into the ground, it's going beneath the earth, in which they call the rebuilding of this earth. So the truth is, if these people felt so strongly about what they're doing, why the fuck do they hide it? Why hide it? Why are you hiding it? Why is it hiding beneath videos? Why don't you just come out and say, yes, we're using these children as sacrifices to strengthen our earth, and we're killing them for it, and we're chopping them up, and we're cooking with them, and we're putting them in food, and we're whatever you're doing it. You're doing it. It's pretty disgusting to talk about, but you're doing it. And this is what's underneath these construction pieces. You're doing it. Started stinking. It was all over. Open babies fell. Oh, that's so gross. This is what they're doing. So if you think it's so normal and you think it's legal, say it loud and proud. Stand up and say, yeah, that's what we're doing. But no, you're not. You're hiding the weenie. You are hiding. You're hiding. So these are the kind of construction that I look for to talk about, these small doors, how these families are moving and move again and construct again, and they move again, and they put up a new barn, and they put up a new house, and they put up blah, 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 blah. It's all the same. You want to know who showed me the truth? Don Wells. Don Wells was the first one to show me the truth. And then I started saying, you know what? The box and the plexiglass is what Summer was in her car. It's a plexiglass. It's a system. It's a system that is built and rebuilt and used. It goes so high up. I am not really quite clear how it's going to be busted open, because the children here, I didn't touch these videos. I didn't touch this. I didn't change it. This here, both of them come from the news stations. Don't you see the wires and all the stuff? The same thing in Summer's video is the same thing in Michael's video. You guys, it's the same thing. They're cookie cutters. These children were sold. They're sold. Colleen, hi. Hi, the weenie. They're sold. They're sex trafficked. They do all these horrific things because in their minds, the worse it is, the better it is for their ritual, for their cremation, forever they're doing with them. But these children are placed within the earth. They are placed within, it's so hard for me to even spit this shit out. They're used at these farms. They're used with the cattle. If you look closely at Summer, look right there. Summer and Michael, do you understand they have the same images? And not one channel wants to talk about this? Look at. That there, here, Michael's on that one, has the blue thing. On one of Summer's it does too. But these are all the same. When is this going to be discussed? When is this going to be placed in a documentary? Like, here are all the elements. Here's your book to check shit off. Summer Moon Wells was the one who introduced it to me. Actually, Timothy Pitzner, from so many years ago, was the one who opened my eyes to it. You could hear my story in my videos, my prior videos. Let me change this lighting. I'm going to change Summer's lighting a little so you could see what she has here. Look. See that? The box, the white thing, the tubing, the maroon box with the plexiglass. That tubing, you guys, is the same as Michael's. It's the same. Let me show you. Here's Michael's. Let me get rid of the, brighten it and get rid of the blue a little bit. I don't have to. Here's Michael's. Michael's was white, just like Summer's, but they made it blue. See? Michael's was the same. We could have called Michael's milk jugs. Easily. It was in a hole. So this is stuff that keeps showing up, and I'm here to show you that when I show you, when I say fake car, quote unquote fake car, I'm showing you slivers. I am working on a documentary. It's really tough. I have a lot of it put together. Slivers that are the same. So this comes from, I think, the LeBron, I don't know. But if you look at this, here's your, that's in a box. See the box back there? So you're looking in a box. So inside that fake window is another room, okay? And it's behind the plexiglass, and these are maroon trim. This is maroon trim. This here is a plexiglass inside the car. You see, you guys look. That's a baby sitting in a car seat. Let me grab it by itself. This is a baby sitting in its car seat. But the hand is outside a frame, which is sticking in a room that has a plexiglass with a maroon trim. Here's your plexiglass. Here's the maroon trim. Plexiglass. This baby's supposed to be in the car. There's another hand here. There's another hand here. See the light? And it's connected to the same thing that Summer Moon Wells' fingers were connected to. Right there. It's right there. So let's turn this upside down. Maybe they'll help you see it better. Here we go. Here's the baby's hand. I just turned it. So now you see exactly what Summer was. Her hand, there's the hole, there's the hand, and there's the plexiglass. This is Summer Moon Wells. And there's the baby, the LeBron baby, in the back seat of the car. And what I'm showing you to the left stems from Benny Keys. That's how I got to this person. And this room, to me, holds a lot of the equipment And it's in a back room. And this is the guy who's walking through the back room. Now, he is walking through a building that I believe I've seen this in my third eye. That these rooms, this is one of the things I wrote about 3 years ago. I see these rooms as separated by plastic walls. And I said that a long time ago, 3 years ago. And when you go to this little teeny little pictures, these are separate rooms with kids in here with pink tights. And there's your chair over a hole in the ground. This is very fucking serious. So, I'm showing information that is serious information, you guys. And somewhere in this video, it doesn't have all of this. It doesn't show all of this. So in this video, what's in the corners are these. See that scary chair? This is somewhere down under. And it's in rooms like this where they're separated by plexi. And this guy is in this guy's video, and you know that he looks familiar. He's the same one that what's his name? That Benny talked about, and he said he was hiding somewhere in his basement. You know, that dude. Starts with an F. But he's familiar, and this isn't even his channel, it's someone else's channel. But yet this all shows up here, and it matches this stuff. This guy is showing up in a whole different video channel, matching with this information. This here matches these videos. I've shown you all this before. I've just never been able to pull them together. This here is from a sorority or a fraternity club. You look very, very closely at all of these videos that I'm showing you, and the bits of information, they become all very similar and the same. These are rooms that they're showing in all of these channels that I have collected. They're all showing the same rooms with the plexiglass and the maroon. And it's the same people. You see. They're like torture rooms. And what they're showing back here, all right, let me grab it. And the other side is extremely familiar. This all, what I'm saying is this is all coming together. From all of these different channels, you guys, that actually have a common, they have a common character in them. Like they have someone that shows up again Like these guys. The FBI could pull this shit together so nicely. Jeffrey Dahmer. Yes, Jeffrey Dahmer. Dahmer. Their videos show the same machines as I am showing you. In his childhood videos, this is a childhood video. It's as if we are looking at the Summer Moon Wells machinery. Right there. This is a child. This is the machinery. This is the machinery that I'm showing you. Look. Here is this video I've shown you before. These are guys from a fraternity that have been filming way back when, like 12 years ago. These guys are connected through a same character that I have gotten before on the Beckman family. They have the same information. So for the authorities to not put this together or not look at this, I have to question, why not? Why wouldn't you, when all of these people, back to Jeffrey Dahmer, are all sitting in a hole here. I've shown this. This is exactly how they are, sitting in a hole with their head against the side. Nothing's changed. All of these victims have the heart on their necks. This goes back to Jeffrey Dahmer. And nothing's changed in 12 years. All the difference is this is 12 years ago. Do you understand that whatever they're doing, they are digging these eyeballs out? Nothing's changed. The same people are connected with the same group. The machinery is very technical machinery. They have a lot of people with big money to help build this machinery. See, Summer Moon Wells, I believe, was sold to a group in Utah. And they didn't get her for a while. These kids go through all different channels before they wind up in one location. And I find it more curious than ever why these photos aren't discussed? Why is it that Dolly Vision could show this shit and that Quentin Simon's mom could look like that? Why is it that all of these are Quentin Simon's photos and they match everything I've been talking about? And these kids are not being placed in the same category. All of these children should be placed within the same framework. So what you have is you have a layer of YouTube creators that have information. Like Gotcha Man has a layer of information that matches the elements to these children that have gone, that have been sacrificed, that are missing, that have been taken or just found dead. Kylie Rodney, the Idaho 4, and Gabby Petito, like something deeper. There is, I'm telling you, there's something deeper. And these stories are being told on massive amounts of channels on social media. The stories are consistent. If the law enforcement would just take the elements and line them up and cookie cut them, they would see the truth. But I just don't think that they could do that. Like, to the left, that is, I think, someone that's involved with the Quentin Simon. That's the equipment around her neck. With the silver, that's the little silver pieces on the outside and the maroon number 5 on the inside. That's a cookie cutter piece of equipment. Let's see if I can find it on one of these. Like, those pieces of equipment is what you find on these embryos. So, like, if they wanted, they could find all this shit on those fake embryos, basically. Because within the family's videos that I have presented in my almost 900 videos, hold the elements. And they all match. Look at his hand. They all match. You find the information within the fake cars. I call fake cars. So what you see here in Gotcha Man's, I am showing you. Wait. Finding it here in Gotcha Man's car. Here we go. So the equipment that you find in all of these cars are the same. Just like what I just showed you on her neck. This is what's on her neck. Right here. Let me brighten it up. Take out some of the contrast. Right here. Always, 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 always the same. Right there. It's between, remember I showed you in Don B's, I said it's between the layers. Like, it's like between the layers of the car. So when I say that's the number 5 metal with the metal and the number 5 around her neck, It's always the same equipment. It doesn't change. It's the same equipment. And Quentin Simon. But here we're going back to the Kent family. The equipment and the plexiglass windows with the maroon trim is shown, I call them fake cars, and within the windows of these new construction. It's mainly in the cars, but they show it in the windows of the new construction. They'll show it in the windows of Kylie Rodney's car. So if you look back here, just happens to be the windows just show always the same. This here is what I tried showing you guys in windows like this. It's back there. They're the number 5s, and they're the... This is Kylie Rodney's picture to the left. You guys, maybe I just see it because I see the clairvoyance and I see through the photos, and photos tell me a story. But what I can't understand is how nobody else is looking, and how these channels, let me pull this open. This comes from one of the family's channels. Turn this around. So this here is in the window. What? This is going to blow your mind. So this is what's to the right. Always what's in the window is the machinery. That's what's right there. The machinery. This is from, I think, the Kent family. It's always in the windows. Kylie Rodney's to the left is giving me a confirmation that she was a part of this awful situation. She was sacrificed. I see her. I see her. I see her behind the plexiglass. Whew, I see her in a barn-like shed. I see her. Look. That's the maroon trim. That's Kylie was placed behind one of these walls. She went in a cold barn. She went in a... That's what the ceiling looks like. These are doors. It's Kylie. It's cold. It's very cold, but she's in... You guys, she's in the same box as Summer Moon. She went in the same box as Summer Moon. Oh, wait, let me open this picture up. This is a barn. Holy shit. So, she went behind a plexiglass just like Summer, and she was sacrificed along with somebody else. See that? She wasn't alone. Kylie was with other people. See, you guys, this is the hippie house from Cracking Cases video, or Dolly Vision's video, one of them. And what you see to the left and in the middle is from Summers. What you see over to the right is not Summers. That comes from a different video. This here is from one of these families' videos. Let me explain something to you. Summer Moon Wells case has so much to do with all of these other channels that I talk about. You see this here? This is telling the same information as Summer Moon's right here at the hippie house. This here is the hippie house. Now, allegedly the hippie house. It's not really the hippie house. Hippie house, again, is the deep fake. These are the rooms. You guys, I'm just going to keep fucking repeating myself. These are the rooms. Those are the boxes. These are the boxes. Over and over and over. These boxes have not changed. Wait. Number 206. These boxes haven't changed. All the way back to Appalachian Fairgrounds and Benny Keys. These are the number 5 boxes. The number 5 boxes, you will find them in the windows within the plexiglass of these windows. And the children that are being sacrificed, that is what it looks like. They're being hooked up to major equipment. All of this stuff, you guys, comes from all the same videos. I get my information from people like the Van Clan, people like any of the families that I'm following. Van Clam, look at outside her window. What the fuck? That's what I have to say is that's the equipment. You guys. Very crystal clear. She is showing it outside her window. So when I tell you that all of these channels have the same information, this is the LeBrant family. This is what she's showing. She just happens to be showing it crystal clear. Outside her car window is no fucking car window. This is what we've been looking at for 3 years. This. This to me is insane because this here is identical to this one. You want to know what this is from? Michael Vaughn's Vigil. Michael Vaughn's Vigil is the one that I said he's there with Summer. This is from Facebook. Michael Vaughn's Vigil on Facebook. This is a clip from Michael Vaughn's. Y'all remember that, right? Let me try to get rid of the yellow. And it's a whole thing of, I was showing you, I'm like, Summer's with him, blah, blah, blah. Oh shit, I just ruined it. Oh no, here it's black and white now. But this, what's the difference between that and what she's showing? Nothing. You guys, nothing. That's hers. They're the same. What the fuck is she doing with this in her window? Clearly. Here, I'll turn it upside down and you'll get the same rim on the top. Here. It's a cookie cutter. You see? Is there anyone out there in the law enforcement that gives a shit that this is from Michael Vaughn's Vigil and this is in the Van Clam video in her car? Anyone? It's mind-blowing to me, you guys. It's mind-blowing to me that this is something that is right in front of us. And not one channel, not one reporter, not one law enforcement is looking at these elements as a way to understand what these people are doing within the deep dark web and underneath these tunnels. All these bennies would show it. That's the number 5. It's consistent. This was the Sigma Chi. I showed you this, the rush that they did. And the Sigma Chi information and the equipment that they're showing is the same equipment as Michael Vaughn's and as the Van Clan. This here is what's down there. And this is under, wait, do you understand that this is Sigma Chi Rush? But if you look, they're showing you underground. They're showing you beneath the surface. Let me get rid of that bright head. This looks just like the Watts basement, basically. This is what the Watts basement looked like. Wait, let me get rid of the blue light. This here, let me blow your mind. Sigma Chi is showing the same equipment down below, right there. Let me put this on top of it. That is the same as this. As it is the same as what the Van Clan is showing in her window. I could copy and paste this shit all day long. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Kylie, so this is the Idaho 4 to the left, Michael Vaughn in the middle, which is brought to you by one of the families that I listen to. Right here. This is all the same information. Over and over and over and over. This Maddie was showing this information, you guys. She tried. She tried. All they need to do is look. Look behind her. Look at the photos behind her. Crop into the information that is behind her. Let me show you. It is worth $1 million for the law enforcement to really look at these photos and to really see what's going on back there. It's important because what you're going to see is you're going to see a cookie cutter. And it's going to match the sacrifices. Maddie shows it. In her hair, down her neck, and behind her. I'm telling you, that is the room of importance. That is a room of importance, as well as her hair. They can match this shit up, and the A, whatever's hanging from her head. her neck. This here is no different than what I just showed you at the Sigma Chi house. They are the same story, begging for the same justice. The same justice. These little chips, these little boxes just go flying around. They go flying around. Summer Moon's photo, you guys, this is the same situation as I showed you the LeBron baby's hand out the window. This is the same situation. Let me show you. This here, behind Summer, is the machinery, open window, just like this is. This is what's behind Summer. See? You could look on either side of her. Let me get this brighter. Summer here, to the right is the room in which they're showing her. Okay. I'm going to crop out her face for a moment behind the plexiglass, because that's on both sides, and I'll show you that when I'm done here. Because both sides of these plexiglass things always seem to show critical information, but this is what's in the window, right there. That's behind a plexiglass. She's in a room already. She's in a room. Then you have her being shown two different ways. You've seen her face with this over her head, which is the mask. It's right here. This is Summer. And that's Summer. This is Summer. And then you have Summer all the way to the right, but her head is coming out of the hole in the ground. See? These are bits of information that nobody talks about, and it's really urgent. It's very urgent. They could cookie cutter the machinery behind her. Summer Moon Wells really gave us all the critical information up front. This is the machinery. See this? The middle one is from Ernie Shell. The one to the left is from Candace Bly Wells's hospital room when Robin went to go visit. But this is nothing more than the piece of equipment. This would be summer. Because what's in there is like, this is it. This is it. This is what it always looks like. And then there's like a little piece inside that looks like, let me turn this. Turn it this way. Like when I show these little pieces, like that's that. That goes in there. Like I know the little pieces. I've been looking at them and I just know them. I've been seeing them for so long. Copy. This is from Ernie's phone. It's all the same. All the same. This is a Trish that those who don't know, she was in the beginning. I thought that her videos really showed what's underneath, what is underneath the ground the best. Like what's underneath in the tunnels the best. Like she walked through these tunnels, and I thought her videos did the best job for this. And showed this information the clearest, even though it's hard to look at like this, but this is in her videos. And Trish showed the picture to the right, and the picture to the left is a complete match, and the picture to the left is from Michael Vaughn's Vigil. Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon, I believe, are together. This is, I believe this to be Michael Vaughn. And that's his box. And this picture is something that I treasure because I think it gives these kids so much justice to see this. This child is in a diaper and he's against a wall. You know, these may look silly, but they're all the same story, and they show up in the telephones. You know, like why would that show up in Ernie's telephone? And it shows up in the windows of these families. The elements don't change. They show these crazy elements, and they're not so crazy anymore because look at, they tell the same story. Summer Moon Wells has always been hanging from that kind of a, whatever that is, a star, a triangle. But this is telling me a story, you guys, that these children somehow are touched upon and are part of the story of these new constructions. And maybe the new construction is the way that they use for the deep fake, and that's it. But they're cookie cutters as far as deep fake. They're cookie cutters as far as what's being shown in these videos, in the pictures of the plexiglass. Maroon, the white, the red. The maroon, the green, the red. It's always the same. Kylie Rodney had exactly the same. I'm not really quite sure why they would use a fake baby in their video, but that's a fake baby to the left, and I've shown these pictures. These are just like Summer, and these kind of photos represent the equipment, what they're doing to these victims, and the number 5 box on that white thing doesn't change. It stays the same. It's exactly the same box that I pointed out in Adventures with Purposes videos. What I see, what these pictures tell me is that there are babies involved, and there's little babies involved, and I see a little baby here between them. I see the baby with them and between them. I don't know if you guys see a baby, and the baby has a missing left eye, and the red heart is on the eye. Put a number 1 if you see what I'm talking about, that there is a baby here in their arms. A little baby. Just a little number 1 if you see what I see. Right here. Thank you for those ones. So there is no baby in the video, right? So when I tell you guys that they go in pairs, they have a little one, a little one, and then they have a big one, this is what I mean. Like, that there's different ages that are placed together. And I've never, until this moment, seen a baby in these videos. I also watch the channels that come from the dance moms and the dance groups. The dance moms and the dance groups give me great information, and what they show me is that I should continue going back to their channels, because when I see like these kind of like these big red nails and these fingers, I go back to them. And I feel as if these dance groups and channels help. They help cover a deep fake. And especially when you are watching videos of these channels in cars. Now, again, the channels, it's not about them. It's about looking for elements that show within these sacrifices, and it helps me tell you the story so we bring justice to the children. I have to be very clear as often as I can. When I remember, I have to repeat it, because I'm here to bring justice to the children by helping tell their story to the best of my ability. And by using these channels video, I'm able to help tell the story, because they sacrifice body parts, they sacrifice fingers, they sacrifice themselves. There's a lot going on with these children and the rituals that they have to bring them through. And that's what I see all the time. That's all I see. I don't see anything other than these rituals. And then there's like a little plant behind her. See the plant? See that? The greenery? I notice that stuff. I notice that. The leaves stuck in something. I mean, those are things that I notice. Because plants and all that. That's what they're doing with these children. It's her finger. And that's what her fingers look like there. And then you've got JLR investigates. Fingers always look like a woman's hands. JLR's hands and fingers are always looking like a woman's hands. That's a problem for me. I just get information from his channel. I don't really have much to say about him. And again, that's Chloe from the Dance Moms with the number 5. So that's the number 5 in her eye. So when I say the number 5, now you get it. That number 5 is the exact same shape and look as these number 5s. Wait, let me grab one. Here is the one from Michael Von's Vigil. That's what's in her eye. Or Van Clan. That's what's in her eye. And all the way to the bottom left is Ryan Upchurch's photo. But, you know, that's what they look like, and this is how they present it. They present it looking like that, and it's behind a plexiglass, and it's in a box, and that's how it's presented. And it's presented the same way, you guys, all the time. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Ryan Upchurch's photo is no different than when I look at these. And what you see up on the right hand is from the Idaho 4. That is from the fraternity. And that little, those number 5s and those little, here, is the same as this. That is a sacrifice that is being shown in here. This is one of the most common things that is shown. It's what I call head on a platter. It's a head on a platter. Like a little body sticking out, but the head is sticking out, but the body is in the box. And this is from Idaho 4. Anyone that's following what I show here, you know that that is like the grand old, trophy. This is it. This is whatever they're showing here is the trophy. That's the trophy, you guys. That is what I've been showing you all night long. That is no different than this. That is this. See? That is, let me get the other one. The head sticking out. I mean, it's, man, I show it all the time. Here, the heads are sticking out of this one. This is Michael Vaughn's vigil. I mean, seriously, you guys, look at this. Michael Vaughn's vigil. Look. There's the boxes. And what you see over on the left-hand side is from one of those 12 years ago groups that are somehow connected. I think it's from the Beckman family, but I'm not sure. But it's at one of those parties underground. And those parties underground are really sick. But this here is all the same. Idaho 4, over and over and over and over and over show these boxes. And Idaho 4's video is all the way to the right. That is from when the cops showed up at their house to tell them to quiet down. But it's the same thing as this Van Clan shows. Why is it that all of those number 5 boxes would be in the fucking window of the Idaho 4 group? Like, their windows are constantly showing something else. Their windows are constantly showing the truth. Look. So, always, like, why is it that their windows would show this? And they also show this. They show nothing. They show as if the house never existed. Like, so if there's a deep fake here, someone forgot the other side of the fucking house. That's just one wall. Like, how's that possible? How's that possible that they forgot to show the other wall? You guys, think about it. Somebody is messing with us. This can't be a house. It's one wall. And this wall of the Idaho 4 is supposed to be this house. But this house looks like Brian Kohberger is in the window, wrapped in the equipment. What the fuck is what I say? Why isn't this being looked at? How is it that someone that looks like Brian Kohberger could be wrapped in the equipment that I have been showing for the last, hour and 45 minutes. Somebody please tell me what this is. Other than showing the truth of the Idaho 4. Other than telling us all that this is what happened. This is what happened. Why would this be in the video? Right here. You could get it at 4 minutes and 13 seconds in the video of Truth and Conspiracy in this video. Why would this video look like Brian Kohberger is strapped on in? Well, I know what I have to say? What the fuck? Because Brian Kohberger is who I see. And he looks exactly like the sacrifices that go all the way back to Madeleine McCann. To me, all of this is the same. I would think that somebody needs to at least come up with answers. Here, let me get rid of this brightness and show you what this looks like without the bright light. Look. He's strapped in. He's against a wall. White face, red lips. You guys, what is strapped on him is like the trophy that they show. That's the trophy that they show at the Sigma Chi house. Look. Boom, motherfucker. Boom. You guys. It even has the same lines. See the L in the front? The little L? I'm going to try to get it as small as I can so I could put it on. I'm calling him Brian Kohberger because that's who he looks like to me. And let me make it smaller. And this, see the little L in the front, this little thing? Because this is always there. I'm just pointing this out because these L's are everywhere. And this is what's in front of the Sigma Chi house. You could literally replace this. Just like that. Like, hello, people. There are answers, and the story is very consistent. And how they show these children in the LeBron pool is like this. All of these wind up the same way. You see? You see that on its front? Heads on platters. Heads on platters. This is a sacrifice. This is what these sacrifices look like. This Brian Kohberger is basically holding a sacrifice. I call him Brian Kohberger because that's what he looks like to me. Basically holding a sacrifice. Like he could be holding, this is the same to me, as it is what you see over to the right for Madeleine McCain. Thank you for those ones. And is the same as they were showing in the video of the Idaho 4. Because that white face there is no different than the white face we're looking at here. It all comes together. For me, it does. And it's not looked at. Again, remember I said we'd be back here at page 95, here 93. They show the answers, you guys. The answers are within the corners of the videos. You are looking at nothing more than these white faces with the red lips. You're looking at the story that they placed in these videos, but they don't think anyone's looking. They don't think anyone's looking at her. I want you to understand that the picture all the way to the left is not only a picture of someone's face, but they're behind a piece of maroon trim. They're in front of or behind a plexiglass. They're in the box. Look very carefully. There's your trim. That is between something. White face, red nose, red lip. What they're showing in the picture to the left is what they're showing in your little number 5 box. So understand that these little teeny number 5 boxes look like this. So what they're showing you represents the box with the number 5 on it. Let me open it up. Little TV box. It's a lit up box. And they're coming out of the box. And see the number 5s on the white part? This here represents the head-on-a-platter right here. That's the top of the box. These motherfuckers are telling you the story. And nobody is listening. Nobody is looking and nobody is listening. The stories have been told within the videos that we have been watching over and over. The stories are there. Here is the head sticking out of the box. What you see there with the little line across is really no different than what I showed you here. The line across here. There's a head on top of this. You see, you guys, the stories don't change. They're just keep telling themselves the story. So I match things up. I don't change my story. I'm telling you the same story. They're in a box with the head on top of the box. This is the box, just like this is the box. See where the line is? Same fucking story. Over and over and over and over and over. The other one, if you take the photo to the right, let me grab it. Oh wait, what? 97? This photo, you're going to see again, the head is in a box, but they're going to show you the bottom of the box. Here we go. Copy. This one is the bottom right-hand side. That is coming from this photo on the right-hand side. But no one's looking. You guys, it's the goddamn story. There's the number 5 box over here. You see, you put these all together and they fit like a puzzle. Somebody is telling the story. And it is all in here. All of it. And I see it. And one day, others are going to see it. Watch this. It's a little teeny picture. It's a half a photo. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so this is a shoulder and this is a box. It's down there. So what is it that you think this is? It's a person. And here, see, if you brighten this up, I am telling you, on top here, and it's making me sweat right here. You brighten that shit up, and these are the same ropes I have been showing. That is a bloody fucking rope. Oh my God. It's on a maroon. It's on a you guys, it's on a maroon. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. You guys, it's on a... Look. You guys, there's something in here. Oh my God. You guys, I'm sweating. Oh my God, you guys. You guys, this is a sacrifice. I feel it. You guys, this is serious. This is serious. This is fucking serious. Contrast. What? You guys, this is not funny. You see what I mean? Wait, let me reset it and redo it. Because I don't want to get it too bright. So this is a rope. Jesus. This is a rope. And that's a piece of metal. And this is an answer. I feel it. This is like a... Okay, so it goes with this thing. It goes with that bucket. It's like that bucket. These go together. This is a sacrifice. So wow. I told you these things have answers. And then all the way to the left is part of the bucket. Like, these all go together. Look. See the bucket? The cops really, I don't know if they give a fuck, to tell you the truth. Because all of this is the same. Over and over and over and over. And all of this, that's like someone's head laying forward. See what I'm saying? These are like... they just all go together. So this is what I mean about really looking looking at these videos and repeating them, because they're answers. And you guys, the waterways, this is all of these cases that I discuss have everything to do with this, have everything to do with plantation, with farming, with cows, with everything, with all of that. And they're sacrificing children after they're being put through horrific situations. That's how I see it. And this is why we saw this picture of Gabby Petito to the left that never showed it again, that her van was filled with greenery, which I don't understand why. And how there was greenery sometimes underneath the Wells house and sometimes not. I mean, there's reasons for these things. There are reasons for it. I'm so confused with everything I just went over. I just said so much stuff that I can't. This is Dolly vision. With this shit in his backseat. And to recognize that this kind of a panel pops up in cars. The fake cars show the motherboards, and this is what I call them. This is what the motherboards look like. Because there's no car that I know looks like this inside. There are no cars that I know that look like this inside. They just don't. And I'm telling you, I completely feel 110% that all of this goes back to Jeffrey Dahmer. And there's a channel that relates to Jeffrey Dahmer, and this one was called My Little Ballerina. And these little heads in the pipes really stuck out to me, and I kept them because this is exactly what we're looking at today. This is the stuff that I just showed you. These little heads. And these children are dancing and they're performing and they're in these rooms closed by plastic. And this is what it looks like, you guys. Wherever they're putting these children, this is what it looks like. They're going through this. I just could only say that it's stuff that we can't possibly imagine it to be. We just can't imagine it to be. When I look at these videos and I see particular photos inside videos, I see the story of Summer Moonwell's children. And one day, this will be understood on a level for others to understand it even better, so we could continue bringing justice to the children. And we could only do that by telling their story. You know, there are children that I call in the spirit world that no one understands what these are about. So when I show something like this, they feel a sense of freedom, a sense of justice. There's justice that they feel because these are, I believe that it's, what I'm looking at here, I believe that the children do things like this with their hands, and it's very rigorous, and they're put through things like this. So when I see this, I could only spiritually relate to it. I only could relate to it when I see things like this and I look behind the windows of these families that I watch, because in the windows are always the same thing. So if I see the same thing in a window, that tells me that these kids are behind these windows. And they're doing these things behind the windows. When I see a window like this behind people that I follow on YouTube, and I see the same thing, it tells me that they are attached to equipment. That the equipment is just like those that I saw in these videos that I found, that no one has claimed them yet. And I believe these are videos that you see of Jeffrey Dahmer's family. I believe that we're looking at this video of Jeffrey Dahmer's family. To the left comes from the LeBron family. To the right comes from these videos. When I look at this, this is familiar to me. It's very hard to see. I cannot brighten it up. But when I look at this kind of equipment that I see inside these videos, I see exactly what they're doing today. When I look in here, I don't know. I believe that these are like Epstein videos or Jeffrey Dahmer videos. I don't know. I've sent them to the authorities. I found these. But what I'm telling you is whatever is going on inside these videos is what's going on inside these videos. These are the same videos, and the child's name is Jeffrey. This here is actually from Jeffrey Dahmer's videos. To me, these photos are exactly the same as the videos that I found. And what's inside the videos is exactly what I'm showing you today. What you see to the left is from his childhood videos. It's everything that I am showing you. This comes from the videos I found. What's the difference? They all remind me of what we're watching. It reminds me of what we're watching today. This shows me and is reminding me of the Summer Moon Well situation, as if these are the same. That the torture and the sacrifice and whatever equipment that these adults and children have on them is the same as if we're watching it in present time. Whatever is on this person is what I see in the Summer Moon Wells cases. This is what's inside the videos, you guys. I don't know who's, these here are not connected to a name. Someone uploaded them. I believe that they're Jeffrey Dahmer's videos. But this here, to me, is what they're doing to the children. To me, there is no difference from what I see up on the left-hand upper corner than what I see in the other two photos from present videos from this year, from families that I follow. I do not see any difference, spiritually speaking. To me, there is no difference between these videos from many years ago and what they continuously show. Maybe the equipment is a little updated. There's no difference. Whatever's behind the plexiglass is the same horrific stuff that's going on in these videos. Because I see barns, I see doors, I see darkness, I see horrific stuff. That hasn't changed. This information is still happening behind the same doors and behind the same walls and hidden behind the same plexiglass-like shit as we're watching in today's present time. There's no difference. And if they haven't done anything since then and not doing anything now, what makes us think that they're gonna? This little boy's face is the same face that I'm seeing in the videos that I collected. Whatever is going on in these videos is identical to me spiritually. This video isn't from the Jeffrey Dahmer videos. This, let me explain to you, comes from about 25 videos that I found on YouTube that isn't connected right now to Jeffrey Dahmer, but I'm telling you, I'd like to get it into the hands of someone that gives a shit. Because whatever is hanging out of this child's mouth is the same thing that was hanging out of Summer Moon's mouth. These photos, and the smallest of the smallest little photos, is no sicker than what I've been showing you for the last 3+ years. The abuse, the horror, is what I've been showing you. Do you understand? No one's come to their rescue. No one's fucking coming. They're not coming. It's too big. It's too protected for someone to come and rescue these children. This is abuse that I have been showing over and over and over. These are parties that are going on as we sit here and speak about it. We are sitting here covering it, and it's still being accepted. It's going on. Whatever is happening here, you guys, is a Summer Moon Wells case. It's the same thing. Someone uploaded these videos and they are horror. They match Jeffrey Dahmer and they match the same elements as I'm showing you today. These are rituals that are being done by people with a lot of money and a lot of power, and they're protected. This is a ritual that we are watching in the Summer Moon Wells cases. Hundreds and thousands, if not millions, of children have gone through this. This is a Jeffrey Dahmer video. What you see to the right is a child. This comes from the videos that I found. I believe that this child is swimming with body parts. And I believe that this is still continuing. This, I believe, is Jeffrey Dahmer's videos. I just don't know who else's they would be. In my videos, this is what the child looks like. Those are the symbols around the child. The equipment to me is the same. This is, I've shown this before. I don't know who this is, but he's in the video. And what you're looking at to the right, to me, is someone who is either dead or unconscious. So I'm showing this to you guys because I want you to see and feel the impact of how this has been going on forever and ever. And what I'm saying is what I'm seeing here is the same as what I'm showing you. I don't see a difference between this picture here comes from one of the family's videos. What you're looking at is from a LeBron maybe's video. But look at it. Look at this fucking picture and look at the hand. What's the difference? It's the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, this is her video. This is, let me show you the whole picture. So when you see a picture like this, it's exactly what I am showing you. I'm telling you that these are pieces of sacrifices. That is not her hand, and those are not her fingers. And that one finger has the nail polish on it. So this is what I've been showing all night long. And it's there. The baby's arm looks crazy, but this is one of her videos. What about that. This is what I've been showing all night. The fingernail with the red, and then these pointy things. This here is just like what I'm telling you, has the little bobbly heads on it, like what I showed you in the beginning. Is this here? Yeah, like this. The ballerina heads. That's what they call them. So, all the same. This is a pretty good example of the summer moon whilst children and what they're going through. This right here is from my video. Not my video, the videos that I found. The box behind this little boy is exactly how the boxes look in my third eye. That little hole in there. Nothing has changed, you guys. The video is super old, so sometimes the pictures look funky. Here's a current video from the Kent family. I showed this. All the heads and all that shit, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed to me. Now this is interesting because this, I've shown this before. This is in the video I found, and it reminds me of when someone was trying to escape one of these rooms, and this whole video is about this, and the people have the equipment on them that I see in Summer Moon Wells cases. So I'm hoping that someone gives a shit about these videos that I'm showing and tries to get a hold of me, because nothing's changed. This, whatever they're putting these children through today, the Summer Moon Wells children today, is the same as they did years and years ago. Nothing has changed. That's what I'm trying to show you, is the torment that we're seeing here is the same as what they're doing to the children today. This is from the videos that I found, and these are sacrifices with animals. These are cages, and they are in these cages, and these are what they're doing. And these are children. These are horrific sacrifices. And this is happening, you guys. These aren't fake live videos. These are videos that move. They're actual videos. So what you're looking at here would be exactly the same. Let me find it, is what I showed you. In here. That would be the same as this box from the Idaho 4. That is this. Nothing has changed. You see? the number 5 on the neck. It would be, where's the other one? It would be this Brian Kohberger one. It's the same thing. You understand that they're doing the same thing. These are the same boxes with the little heads on top. There's no difference. They're in this is the same thing as the swimming. This is the same thing as the swimming pool when they're all in the pool together. This is the same situation as this poor child in a pool with an adult. Same situation. So this is from the videos that I have, and the equipment here to me is identical. Those are the number 5, whatever that is, equipment. And whatever they're doing down here, you guys, is no different. These are humans being... Is my texting working? In the corner. These are Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's horrible things that they put these kids through. This is what it looks like, and this is what they do. Just happens to be that somebody uploaded these videos. But the equipment that's being used has not changed. This is the reason I'm showing you what I'm showing you, because when you look at what's going on here, what I'm saying is nobody's come to their rescue then, and no one's coming now. But if you look at this equipment, all it did is now made better. This is number 5. This is the same, whatever this is doing to the children is horrible. It's horrible. But it's the same. Look. Look at them. Look at their necks. That is like a stroller. That is a chair. That is part of the disgusting shit that goes on. You see? It's hard to see, because these pictures suck, but I'm telling you it's the same. I see it. It's the same. Why do I have them in here? The heck? Why do I have them in here? Oh, I wanted to show you guys, this is Michael Vaughn's father, Robert Vaughn's boat with his friends. Maybe this is something I'll go over next time, but I think this is going to be important. I think that's why I put it up here. This is summer. The little girl to the left, I think, is the same girl to the that's with summer. What you see here this comes from the Beckman family. I believe that this is what it looks like underground in the water with these sacrifices. It all matches. This is the big group that I follow, one of the families, and this is what a sacrifice looks like. These are what they look like at the end of the sacrifices. This is part of the ceremony. You know, this stuff, you guys, is very real, and it's very well kept, protected. That's all that just keeps coming out. It's very well protected, because what you see here to the bottom left is what I showed you at the Idaho 4 Sigma Chi. It's the same thing that they showed here in the windows. Like, all of this stuff gets repeated. So when I say, oh, here's Sigma Chi, let's see. Where are you? Where's my bright light? Because when I start cropping stuff, then I lose it. Here it is. So this is the Sigma Chi. And I told you they're under the ground, and they're in the water, these guys. And it's the same thing that's going on here. It's the same situation. Almost identical. So this is Sigma Chi for the Idaho 4. Pretty much the same kind of situation, see? And all the way in the corner to the right would be these things. All the way in the corner there, I'll blow it up, is like one of these. Like these, this is where I got these. These, like, it's not the same. I got it from a different video, but it just shows the ultimate stuff. Like, these all match. This, and whatever, page 73. Oh my God, I can't believe what time it is. 73. Let me crop in here for you. In the corner shows You'll see like the F or the L or whatever. It's just all the same stuff. Is this. See? They symbolize, you guys. And this goes back to years and years ago also. This is one of my beginning videos that I believe that represents that they put these things into the ground. That's all I know. And it's protected. All the same. This is from the videos that I found. And this is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's cases. And I do really believe full-heartedly it's just been passed down and nothing has changed other than they've got a little bit more equipment that's made better, but it's for the same purpose. That this is what it's about. And I'm going to call it a night, you guys. Oh my God, I have to go to sleep. Wow, I'm happy I got through both of these. It's pretty insane. You know what's insane is I know that people talk about these cases, and I think a lot of them know the situation. Like, I think they know. Like this here, you guys, is no different than what I've been showing you. Like, what's the difference? Nothing. They're in a hole in the ground. That might as well be Aaron Carter that I showed you in the ground like that. The head on a platter. And this is from years ago, but it's the same shit. It's the same freaking story. How crazy is that? This is the equipment. All matches, you guys. This is all to bring justice to the Summer Moon Wells children, to all these hundreds and thousands of children that have been touched by this, and nobody wants to bring it to surface. Well, we do. And may justice come to these kids real soon. And we'll just keep doing the best that we can do, you guys, to spread the elements, educate other people, to notice these things and to look for these things and recognize these things. So when it's placed in front of you, you look where maybe you wouldn't have looked before. But if you really look and pay attention to these elements, you're going to see that they all have the same thing. They have something in their mouth. I mean, it's all the same thing. Whatever is in this person's mouth is the same thing that they placed in Summer Moon's mouth here for the same purpose. Same purpose. On that note, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all so much for joining. And Donna, welcome back. I hope you stayed. And I'll see you. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. It is tomorrow. All right, you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day. And I'm going to leave this on here. And thank you, nothing but love for all of those memberships. And you guys, pay attention. Thank you all. Talk to you soon. Good night, guys.